Next to the beautiful San Francisco Bay, 40 miles from where Candlestick Park once stood. We're at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California. Jake Moody now ready to get this one started. And off we go in Santa Clara. His return starts at the 5. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. The rookie from Texas there on the tackle.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Out of the pistol, Williams. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
And now this defense is on that sack board and sets up a pretty good chance here on 3rd down. It's a little bit like blood in the water with sharks when it comes to taking sacks. You can feel it as a quarterback. Once that defense gets one, they're hungry for another.
Gotta figure out this 3rd down here. Williams from the gun. His first throw is an interception. That's Diablo Lenore. Wow, what an exciting start to this game, Brock. Apologies to the former QB and you. It's not an opening drive touchdown, but an interception instead.
Yeah, exciting for one side. That would be the defense. Demoralizing for the other side as an offense. First salvo, listen, it goes to the defense. And now it really sets the stage for what I love and what you love, Kate. In this game of adjustments, in the game of back and forth, who's going to respond next?
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
79 Bronco.
From the 42. Kittle brings it in. And he's able to get this down to the 36. He gets 6 on that play. And it brings up a San Francisco 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line. Go!
Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. He's running with it. And he's got it down to the 30 before going out.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the 1st down.
From the 30 on 2nd down. Setting up the running back screen. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a 49er 1st down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Working inside the red zone. On target to Downs. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. All right, so they like the results on the field, and they're going to decline this penalty. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. They'll run here following the penalty. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. Second and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical third down.
Third down from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
Hits the end zone for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do. But to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Finds him over the middle. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
From the gun, they're going to hand it off. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Second down now, 7 to go. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Completed over the middle. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's a Chicago first down.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
First down, Williams. Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets him around 6 there. Brought down by Fred Warner.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
And that is how our first quarter will end as that pass falls incomplete. We will not get another play in here. That's going to do it for quarter number 1. Neither side separating much so far. Back to Levi Stadium right after this. We're back and all set for the second quarter. Bears football. This has been a good drive, but it's at risk here on third down. Sticking in the air, it's Williams. Has it downfield, working the left. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
First down from the red zone. It's taken in by Rome Odunze. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. The give now out of the shotgun. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. And some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. Touchdown, Chicago. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Bears tie this game 7-7. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go. Ready?
Now a give on the counter. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine. And that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
1st down, and they go right back to him. Again, he hits the 2nd level. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on 1st down. You just want some yards to set up an easier 2nd down play. But they will take that execution every time.
Play action on 1st down. Bails out of the pocket quick. Finds a man right side. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
They'll run here on 1st down. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
2nd and 10 now. Short pass brought in. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
And the Bears bring in an extra defensive back for this 3rd down. And he's able to get this down to the 13. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the 1st.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
From the red zone now. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Alontae Taylor has it.
Intercepted by the Bears. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
They're out and set. 1st and 10. Now Williams. He finds Woods. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And that's good for a Bears 1st down.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball into your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
So it's the 2-minute warning here from the home of the faithful. And it's the Bears with a 2nd and 7. From the 41. Catch made over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's a Chicago first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Setting up the screen. And he's able to get it past midfield and down onto the 49er side.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Third down. Here's Williams. Has his man. It's Odunze. It's a pickup of 11. And that's good for a Bears first down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
First down, ball at the 36.
Let's go. Warriors 17.
Williams from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And it sets up 2nd down. Working from the gun, Williams. Caught, nice gain left side. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. They'll throw it again. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. And this is picked up by the 49ers. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play.
You know, Kate, that's a stop they're going to use as teaching tape for an entire season. Heck, the offseason. Back pressed against their own end zone, making an impact play no one expected to force a fumble. His effort directly kept points off the scoreboard. It's that type of effort that coaches want to see from everyone on the field.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. That throw finds Kittle. And he crosses the sideline a yard or 2 beyond, it looks like the 30.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Here's 2nd and 2. Forced out to his right. He's going to keep it this time. A 70-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
Throwing now from the gun. Nice work by the back here, playing safety valve, complete. And he's out of bounds, past midfield. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Trying to throw here out of the gun. He lets one fly deep downfield. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection. Looking for the back that time. And it's going to be 2nd down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Ready, ready?
Handoff now out of the gun. And this one does not go far. Timeout taken by the offense, their 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Drive in dire straits, it's 3rd and 9.
Track and 60. Ready? 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Ready?
Throwing from the gun. That's caught for the first. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Only time left for 1 more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. This from 48 on the left hash. Moody knocks it through. And that's going to break our tie and give them a 3-point advantage. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our 2nd half. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this 2nd half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Throwing it to start this drive. Dump off caught by his back. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Offense to the line for 2nd down. He's dropping back to throw. He'll get it to Brandon Ayuk. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Dropping back to throw. He has the first over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And it brings up a San Francisco first down. Throwing it again here. Escapes the pocket. Now he'll heat this one deep down the right sideline. No luck finding George Kittle with that one. And now they face second down.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in a locker room and in the huddle is you can be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on third down.
Trap 60, trap 60. Tag. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat, 19 Tiger.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. Complete beyond the marker. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Pass is caught at the 9. And he's down to the 8 before going out. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Just about every defensive coordinator worth his salt says two things in every production meeting. Number one, well, we got to stop the run. And number two, we got to take away the tight end. Well, good luck doing that. Defending a big guy who can move like that, it's a lot easier to talk about than to go out and execute.
Setting up the running back screen. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet, but this is kind of good on good. An offense gets completion, not going backwards, and a defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
Ball placed at the 7. It's 2nd and goal.
Let's go now.
Oh, look at this. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Touchdown, San Francisco! Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Moody knocks that extra point through. And the 49ers make it a 10-point ball game. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Man in motion here. Williams to throw on first. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
This is a time where you get in that huddle and you just look at one another and say, hey, let's get back in rhythm. Get back in rhythm. Get something good to feel good about. Sure, you'd love to get the 1st down, but more than anything, just find a positive play after a huge sack.
And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Well, most drives should end right there, but they beat the defense and convert on 3rd and 17.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once. I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the 49ers get the football as he makes his third interception of this season. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. They've got first down from the 31.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Chop alert! Hut, hut.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. Room to run inside the 20. And they finally get to him at the 15. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
Going to the ground again on first. And he has this one down to the 8-yard line.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short.
19. Set. Set, go.
Back to throw now. And got his man. That's a San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers lengthen the lead at the end of the third. That one not easy, Brock. Threading the needle there. Boy, there was a lot of traffic in the end zone, but he still found his man.
Yeah, you don't really recommend challenging double coverage in the end zone in this league, but when you give your receiver a chance in that spot, that's what they love. And sometimes you just have to trust that your guys are better than the ones surrounding him, and he'll go make that play anyway.
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Return starts at the 3. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Finds a seam down the middle. Touchdown, Chicago! The Bears shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
We're through 3 on this holiday weekend. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th.
Jake Elliott set to kick off.
That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback, this drive starting from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Set. Go.
They go play action here. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. It looks like he came down on that sideline. Second down coming up.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in, but out of bounds.
Second and 10 now. Kittle brings it in. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. Football on that 47-yard line, first down.
Here we go, set. Ready.
Pass play now. Setting up the screen. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets him back behind the sticks.
And they're going to bring him down after a good gain to the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and they only need 3 more now on third down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Ready.
And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. It's only 2 on the pickup, and it's an interesting call for them now on 4th down.
I can promise you that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
Here we go.
Trying to throw here on 4th. He finds him beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I love those moments of truth. We get to see exactly how they handle it when all the pressure that drives right on them. Turns out, handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing on.
Ball at the 33 for first down.
Ready.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. He's on the move. He just throws this one away.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something when no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
Ready up.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call.
Come on. Set, go.
Lone back gets the handoff. Brushes him off with ease. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.